Today on Cooking with Sensei, we are going to be making eggplant gyros. You are not going to want to miss this. So I have these purple eggplants, which when you cut them down, they look exactly like real gyros. So let's start with a sharp knife. We're going to cut the ends off all of our eggplants. And then what we want to do is we want to cut them down into strips. So we're going to go right down like that. Make sure you don't cut them too thin, otherwise they won't have that nice meaty feel. So look how beautiful those slices came out. 1, 2. You could probably get about 4 slices from each one. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these as soon as I finish cutting. That one might be a little bit too thin. That's okay though. All right. So really that's all we have for now. And now we're going to put together our mix. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get your flour and you want to put it in the bowl. And we're going to whisk them all together so that way the ingredients get spread out evenly. The last thing you want is to have a big piece of pepper or garlic concentrated in one spot. So we're going to start with some flour. We're going to do some nice fresh ground pepper. Put that in there. We want some nice salt, sea salt use. Okay, that's going to add some nice flavor. Then we're going to go with, you'll never guess, this is cinnamon. In this recipe, the cinnamon really comes through. Combined with the other spices, it is going to be amazing, dancing on your tongue. We'll put that in there. Good. And then we're going to go with some oregano. Some dried oregano will make sure that that really brings out the flavors. We're going to do some parsley. Just put it all in there. This is cornstarch, which is going to really combine it and bring it all together. Having your ingredients measured out just makes things so easy. We got our garlic powder and our onion powder. Boom. All right, keep your area clean. Can't forget this little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sugar. Okay, get a whisk and whisk it all together. Just check that out. Look how that's coming together. Get the parsley involved in there and the oregano. Get them all happy, dancing together. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm using a bowl to mix it, but it's definitely going to work out better if you put it in a flat plate. So we have 3 flat plates that we're going to use. And then we're going to put them in the order that you want to put the eggplant in. Okay, so we're going to put this one here. Perfect. We're going to need to crack the eggs for the egg wash and then the panko breadcrumbs in the 3rd dish. So let's do the egg cracking. One-handed, maybe. Don't get any shells in there. And if you do get any shells in there, just take them out. So that's going to go, oh, made a mess. Keep your area clean. In the second one, and then we're going to put our panko breadcrumbs in the 3rd one. Spread it out nice and easy, evenly. Now what you want to do is you want to have your pan that's going to go in the oven ready to go. And we're going to need a little canola oil, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Okay, first things first. You're going to take your eggplant. Look how beautiful. I love that color. It just looks so good. Make sure that you get nice, evenly spread of the seasoning on it, okay? And then you're going to go into the egg wash. And then we're going to go to our panko. Check that out. right on your baking sheet. And just continue. Same thing. While this is going on, try to preheat your oven ahead of time, 375, so that way it is ready to go. And then we can work on the next part of the recipe. Okay, so now that we finished dredging these eggplant slices that look beautiful, that purple color just amazes me every time I look at it. We're gonna spray them all with a little bit of canola oil right on top of them on both sides, and then we're gonna put them in the oven. So get a nice organic oil that you like. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. One side, we're gonna flip them over. All of our hard work, well, getting dirty, it's okay. It's all worth it in the end. So flip them all over first and do the same thing that you did the first time, which is spraying them all over with the oil. And that's it. So from here, we're gonna bring it to the oven. The oven is preheated, 375, and they're gonna go in for about 30 minutes. Close it up. All right, so now it's time to make the yogurt sauce. Our eggplants are in the oven. The smell that is coming out of the oven is unreal. The cinnamon and the coriander, they're just kind of dancing in there. So it's gonna be time to make that yogurt sauce. So we're gonna start with some fresh cilantro. And I like cilantro. It is something that you can add to rice, you can add to sauces, whatever it is, and it just makes everything that much more fragrant. So we need to chop it up real good. Get a nice grip on your knife. Make sure that your fingers are out of the way. Safety is number one, because if you're safe in the kitchen, you're gonna be able to continue doing what you love doing. We're gonna save the rest for a little garnish for later. We're gonna get our bowl and put that cilantro that we just chopped up right in there. Okay, next we want to chop up some garlic. So it's already peeled. This is about all you're going to use in the yogurt, which comes out to about a cup. Half a cup of non-fat sour cream, half a cup of low-fat Greek yogurt. Garlic is so healthy for you. We're going to put that directly in. So we have our garlic, cilantro, smelling real good together. All right, now we're going to take this, put it away. Get some sea salt. Some coriander. That's about it. That's going to add that nice flavor that you just can't put your finger on, but it's so good. And then we're going to use our sour cream and yogurt, half and half. All right, so about a half a cup. And that's it. We're going to mix these together. So simple. Okay, perfect. Let's set it off to the side. Let's get our cucumbers chopped up. So we're going to peel it. I like to stand it up on its edge. All right, so we want to chop it up. So we'll cut it that way, then we'll cut it this way. Do two at a time. Set that off to the side. Using these yellow tomatoes, I absolutely love. They are so sweet. So now that we have our cucumbers and tomatoes chopped up, we have our yogurt sauce. The only thing left is to take these, and I'm going to show you a little trick. We're going to toast them really easy on the stove. So it's time to take these out of the oven. They are done. It is smelling great, like I told you. So get our glove on, open up the oven. Wow, my glass is fogged up. Take those off. All right, check those out. Amazing. So we're gonna set it right down there. Close the oven. They are looking delicious. So let's take them off. Check these out. They are done perfectly. We need them to cool down a little bit. So we want to get them off the hot baking sheet so they don't continue to cook more. We set out to cook them for 30 minutes and that's all. We don't want to sit them here and then they're cooked for another 10 minutes and then they get all mushy. They got a really nice crisp on it and they're going to be so crunchy when they go right into that gyro. It's going to come out so perfect. Okay, so now you guys can use whole wheat pitas or you can use whole wheat tortillas, which I chose to use because I wanted to lower the carbs that I was taking in. Pitas will be a little bit more softer and a little bit more of that Greek authenticity, but we're gonna check this out. Over here, we are going to toast them. We're gonna toast them, not in a toaster oven, but on the oven, on the stovetop. 1, 2, 3. This is what we do. Now you gotta watch these because that happens really fast. You just want to get a little bit of that toastiness to it. It's going to bring out a little bit more flavor. This one's done. And it kind of softens them up a little bit as well. That one's really done. That's good, that'll be mine. That one's really done too. And I like that. It's got that smell like when you walk through the city in the winter and they're just cooking chestnuts on the roasting on the open fire. That's kind of what it's like. Time to put them together. We are going to make these by putting 2 pieces on each of them. We're going to put some tomatoes and cucumber on it, and then we're going to put some of our yogurt sauce with that sour cream and garlic and cilantro that is mixed in here. So simple, so good. Check it out. Okay, it's game time. We are going to connect these dots together and we're going to build these gyros up. So take one of these right over there on each of the plates. We'll build 3 at once. Have friends over, perfect. So we're going to take one of these. What did I tell you? They look just like real gyros. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our cucumbers that we chopped up. Fresh, fragrant, that's what this dish is all about. Texture, you got the texture of the soft tortilla with the crunchiness of the eggplant, with that softness of the cucumbers, and that tanginess from the tomatoes, that sweetness as well. Okay, here, tomatoes. Now you can use red, you can use the yellow ones, whichever ones you like, whichever ones you have around. But look how fun this is. It's beautiful. Any time of the year. Perfect. We are going to add our sauce. So we're going to put this much on each. And then we're going to finish it off with a little cilantro. Fresh. Just a little extra garnish. There you have it. We have our eggplant gyros ready to go, ready to eat. Let's check it out. That's just perfect. All right, I'm Sensei Ivorone. Chris is my first name. Hopefully you tune in every week where I'm going to have a new video bringing them to life. My cooking is inspired by Canyon Ranch cooking. It's about healthy living, focused on just amazing food that tastes great, that's really good for you. See you next time.